So your project is going to be due really soon, and I want to run through quickly some do's and don'ts for it. And the first thing to know is that the best place to find info for it is class project info and samples. So if you click on that folder, you've got project info and sample paper topics, a sample gangster paper, and a script, paper writing tips, a script template, and some video samples. And I just changed the video samples today, and if you click on that, here are 3 videos that were turned into me last semester: Blood Brothers, City of Snow, and Gangsters Through Time. And if you want to go onto YouTube, you can find more of these. If you look up if you go into the title 14C Clay, you're going to find more sample videos on there. But I recommend watching these. They're neither the best nor the worst. I gave all 3 of these pretty decent grades because they all succeeded on certain levels, but they failed on other levels. So I recommend looking at them just to see what the kind of videos that students tend to do for the class. Now for the other sample things, let's see. So the paper topics, I've got 5 of them here. Such as how can the gangster be portrayed as a positive role model, how did the addition or removal of the Hollywood production code change the gangster film, etc. You folks can also create your own topics and find something you're interested in and go with that. The reading questions make really good paper topics as well if you want to try those. So if one of those piqued your interest, you can go further with that. Now as far as technical issues, now disregard this due date. That was from last semester, so you folks know that the due date is on the 25th coming up, and I'll go over that in a second. So 3 to 4 pages minimum, double spaced, no large fonts or creative spacing, which would ultimately make it a paper that's shorter than 3 to 4 pages. It doesn't fool me a bit. You have to use one source other than the class notes, so your reading or your book, the parts of it that I scanned, that can work. You can also use internet sources as well, but you need to cite them when you use them, and that means when you're using a piece of it or a quote from it or something like that. It doesn't even have to be a direct quote, but if you're using the information, you need to do that. You also need to include a bibliography so I know what your sources are. I also have some script and video information here. Minimum 2.5 minutes for the videos. Gangsters or detectives. It has to do with either one of those. And what I recommend you doing with the video is to upload it yourself to YouTube and then send me a link. Okay. Now another thing I have on here is the I call it the grading rubric, but it's really paper writing tips here. So one, choose an essay topic which interests you. That'll make it easier for you to write it. Utilize several sources so that you'll actually have more information to go from. It'll inform your paper. I tend to like these sorts of things. Cite your sources correctly. So here's an example of this right here. And it talks about paraphrasing, so I highly recommend reading this. This will help you out quite a bit. Use an introduction and a conclusion, and make it a solid 3 to 4 pages. Short papers will receive short grades. And then here's your do not list. Don't copy and paste entire articles because I will give you a 0 for it. Don't use giant fonts. Don't plagiarize, and don't stop writing your paper when you reach the page limit, because a paper without an ending is a paper without an ending. That is the way it goes. Now I also have on here a script template, and another thing that's important if you're going to write a script, okay, it needs to be in the right format, otherwise I'm not going to read it. I'm going to send it back to you, say it needs to be in the right format. So put it in the right format to begin with, and that's why I've got a template. It's a doc file, so you can put it in Microsoft Word and you can write your own script. Just using this as the format. So simply plug or play. So I have interior or exterior. A scene's going to be an interior or exterior. So interior, car, night, boom, you've got that part done. And then you describe the location. And then all these are vagaries, and this should kind of point you in the right direction on how to write it. This is the way you do your dialogue. All caps right here. All caps for every one of these. You don't center justify. This is actually left justified. So you've got a hard line here, hard line here, hard line here. All the tab stops are where you need them to be, and this is basically what you do for the number of pages that you do as well. Now for scripts, it's a minimum of 6 pages, but I can almost guarantee you it's going to be really hard for you to write a 6-page script and get everything in there that you want. It'll probably be 7, 8, 9, maybe 10 pages. That's simply the way scripts go, and once you start going on it, you'll probably want to finish it. Don't quit before the script is finished. Unless it's like a 45-page or 90-page idea, then just give me like a 6-page segment with a paragraph at the beginning telling me how we got here, and then a paragraph at the end telling me how we're going to go that, if you have a feature-length idea. But don't stop the script at the end. When you reach 6 pages, say, hey, I'm finished. I've reached the requirement. That's the minimum requirement. And I'm going to give you the minimum grade if you just do the minimum requirement. So I want you to finish your script, and that way you can go above and beyond and get an above and beyond grade, which is better. Now, when you're done reading through all of these, and some of you probably I'll look through here already, but I recommend going through it again. The place where you're going to be turning in your projects is right down here in the class project Dropbox. It says due July 25th, which is coming right up. Okay, that's next week. So if you click on here and then give it a title and put your name in the title, okay, that helps me. Actually, when you submit a document, you should put your name in the document title as well. But you know, title of paper, name, and then down here, I recommend pasting the text of your project as well as attaching it. So attach the file and also paste it in here. Angel sometimes gets a little bit buggy. Sometimes it kicks out attachments. Sometimes it doesn't like how you paste things. So I recommend doing both of those. Sometimes when you do a script, it's going to get all mangled, but you know, we go with what we've got. So as you can see, a couple people have already submitted theirs. So once you submit it, you will see it down here. It'll have your name here, and then it'll have the name of your project right here. So it's actually one person who's done it twice. And then when I'm done, I will grade it. I will write a few comments, and probably have like the tripod rubric, which actually has how I distribute points, and I'll put that on here. And I'll put this in, you know, the message box below here, and then you'll see your points down here when I'm done with it. Okay, so good luck on those. You'll probably be working hard on those this weekend. So yeah, good luck on that.